Alright, today we're playing $30 value vintage again, and we're playing blue-white Merfolk with Worship. So the reason we're playing this deck is actually, we'll start with this card. I wanted to play Worship today, and I was trying to think of where to fit it in, like humans or soldiers maybe. Spirits was another consideration, but I ended up deciding on Merfolk. And the reason why, a couple people in the Value Vintage Discord have been playing around with Merfolk, and I also wanted to give that a try. So there's Pork Poppy and Servo Token that have been, throwing around brewing lists with Merfolk recently. I've had some cool ideas, some of which I've borrowed here for this deck. I think Merfolk could be pretty good, so I want to try that. I think they do fit Worship pretty well. Um, we'll get to that in a second. And there are some pretty good blue-white Merfolks. A lot of the lists are just straight blue. But we get a few powerful cards by splashing white, so I'll take a look at those in a second here. Let's just go to Moxfield quickly. Again, $30 value vintage. Your deck has to be $30 or less on Moxfield with the value vintage pricing after you do the update the cheapest. And we are just about there. Now I'm recording this after the fact. I won't tell you how it goes yet. I mean, it was strong. It was strong. Don't worry about that. It was a good performance, but I won't spoil it exactly. But one thing I do want to mention is that Negate is 16 cents, and what I did not realize is that Counterspell is only a quarter. And I 1000% should have figured out how to swap these for Counterspells and then figure out the extra, what is it, 36 cents, something like that. There were definitely ways of figuring that out. I think like one Void Mirror almost gets you there. I think they exactly get you there, just cutting a Void Mirror. Anyway, so just be aware if you're going to run this list, the negate should just be counter spells. The whole mana base is just all blue lands. There's islands and then blue-white lands, so it's very, very easy to run counterspell. I just for some reason thought they were more expensive than they actually are. And part of the reason why I think the Merfolk cards are good with Worship, obviously you got a lot of creatures and just getting through them all is tough. But Deeproot Pilgrimage makes hexproof tokens, which is pretty cool. This has a few synergies in the deck, but hexproof tokens with Worship means that either they need a sweeper or they have to kill Worship, because they're not going to be able to kill the tokens by themselves, like with standard removal. The other synergy we've got here is that Deeproot Pilgrimage makes tokens which we can use with opposition. So you make a token with a Deeproot Pilgrimage and then use it to tap down your opponent's lands or their creatures using the opposition, depending on, what you need. Either probably their creatures, either during, their beginning of combat step or while you're attacking here to tap them down, or in their upkeep, your opponent's upkeep, you can tap down their lands. So a lot of stuff you can do with opposition here. We've got a lot of creatures, and we're going like a sort of go wide plane with the pilgrimage, which works really nice with the opposition, as well as the worship. We've also got True-Name Nemesis. So True-Name Nemesis and worship is similar. That's protection from the whole player. Only running one because this card's a bit expensive. It's like $250 or something, but it's still very good. There was a Terror in Legacy not that long ago. Our mana base is pretty simple. We got a bunch of islands, and then 4 Adarkar Wastes, 4 Glacial Fortress, 4 Seachrome Coast. So blue is easy, and then we got 1 Soul Ring. Blue is easy, and we have a little bit of a white splash when we need it, which again is why we should just be running Counterspell here for sure. We'll just go through all the cards individually then. Most of them are pretty standard. Let's just do the spicy ones first. So white gives you access to Deepchannel Duelist, which is a 2-mana lord that lets you untap a merfolk during your end step. So giving it like pseudo vigilance, and then also that works very nicely with the opposition, which is pretty cool because it gets untapped, and then you can use opposition to tap it and tap something else. It's pretty sweet. Reejerey also lets you tap things, and a nice Merfolk Lord. Another fun white one here is Sygg's Command. So we can choose two, one white, blue. We can copy a Merfolk. All our creatures get lifelink. We can draw a card or tap a creature, put a stun counter on it. It's a little clunky, but that's like pretty great versatility and value. So we're going to try one of those. Talked about the 4 Deeproot Pilgrimage. This makes tokens when you attack with non-token Merfolk, which synergize well with all of the different lords in our deck. And then, these two enchantments. But yeah, these creatures are going to get big quickly because they all benefit from the Merfolk themselves. So they benefit from, I keep going back and forth here. They benefit from the Master of the Pearl Trident, making ours Merfolk a Lord and +1/+1. Island Walk. Island Walk's very relevant too. The Island Walk is nice with Tide Shaper. So even if your opponent doesn't have an island, you can use Tide Shaper to turn one of their lands into an island, and that makes all of your creatures unblockable, which is pretty good. 2 Spell Pierce. Obviously, there's very strong turn 1 instance and mainly sorceries that you got to worry about in this format. Crashing Footfalls, that kind of thing. We got 2 Spell Pierce and 4 Cursecatcher in the main to help with that. 2 of these, they're different arts, but it's the same card, Mindspring Merfolk. 2 of these. This is a nice card draw engine in the deck. Probably could run a third of these, but wasn't exactly sure where to squeeze it in, so just have 2 right now. And then we've got 3 swords. Again, we're in white. This is one of, if not the best cards in white, so we are playing it. Swords to Plowshares there. Sideboard, I got Swords number 4 and then Condemn, which is not helpful. This is the textless one. It's when a creature attacks you, you pay white. You can put it on the bottom of their library, and then they gain life equal to its power. And then the 4 negates, which we already talked about. These should just be counter spells. The other Spell Pierce. 3 Soul Guide Lanterns as our graveyard hate. And then we got 4 Void Mirrors and 1 Vexing Bauble for the free decks, mainly the Cascade decks. Obviously, the Cascade decks are going to be strong in this format, so we're have this for those. Void Mirror is also good against some of the Cloud Post decks and the Eldrazi decks, not all of them. But some of them that are mostly just colorless, Void Mirror can be very good. But a lot of the Cloud Post decks now are splashing a color. So I think the Void Mirror, I might need new tech here. I'm not sure if this is the right play anymore. I still like the Vexing Bauble a lot, but the Void Mirror, I think we could probably find something else for this slot at the moment until more of the Cascade decks come back. The Spirit Guides are going up in price, so some of them are falling out of favor. Anyway, we'll get into round 1 here in a second. If you're still here, like, subscribe. That's all very much appreciated. And if you got any ideas for the deck or other things you think I should try in this format, let me know down below in the comments. Curious to hear what people think, so that's all appreciated. And yeah, I think that's about it. I think the deck's pretty solid, and let's see how it goes. All right, here we go. We're on the play. That's an awkward hand. Oh boy. I'm getting immediately punished having a Soul Ring in our deck instead of a 23rd land here right away. We got 21 lands in our deck, so we're less than 50%. 21 more lands in our deck, so we're less than 50% to draw one on our next turn. And I think, are we too slow at that point? Like, we have disruption here, and we can play things. Ugh. I think it's too risky. I'm gonna mull it. Alright, well, this is also bad. But it's playable. Done. Taps unless you control an island or a plains. So let's play island first and then go. Now, the other hand was pretty good against combo stuff, so if they're playing combo stuff, we're going to regret this. Alright. Blue. This... What are they playing? Oh, it's Reanimator. Alright, I want my first hand back. My first hand was great. Giga Drowse. Okay. Alright. Wait, no, it's not Reanimator, it's... Oh, it's High Tide. I want my first hand back for sure. Shit. I think we want to get this down first, and then play the opposition next turn. Slightly. We can tap down the land then. Giga Drowse. Alright. This is bizarre, but sure. Let's swing. They're gonna tap something down? No. We'll try playing the opposition here. They might have like a Spell Pierce or something. Probably do. Uh-huh. Then they're upkeep. Choose target artifact, creature, or land. Tap this creature so we can tap down their island, which is nice. Okay, so that was bizarre. So I don't think we need the worships or the swords. I think we want this stuff. Maybe Soul Guide Lantern. Um, I don't fully know what they're playing. Maybe I should from big Giga Drowse and Frantic Search, but it does feel like some sort of a combo deck, but I don't think they're necessarily playing a bunch of free spells unless I'm missing something here. So I think we try this. Is this any good? We cut a lot of the heavy stuff. I think it's not that good. Just bring in another Soul Guide. And it's not perfect, but we can draw play Cursecatcher on turn 1, which seems decent. I'm sure. So we'll get Cursecatcher down. Mm-hmm. Swing for 2. Alright. Let's play our Deeproot Pilgrimage. Yep. High Tide, yep. Probably dead then. So we got lethal on board, but they're just going to kill us with the High Tide, so. Yeah. We're dead. They just go High Tide and kill us. We're not. Giga Drowse? Are we one short? Shit. Yeah, we are one short. We aren't forcing them to do anything here. Annoyingly. Did they do anything with the graveyard? I'm gonna play this out just in case. I don't fully know. Blue. High Tide. The end of our turn. We're going to force it. Oh, they got another one. That means we're dead. Needed a counterspell. Frantic Search. They do have a whiff rate, so we're going to play it out, but we're probably dead. They have functionally infinite mana now after 2 High Tides. They're going to untap 3 lands, and they have bajillion manas. For mission briefing. Oh, they found... Okay, now we are dead. But we did find out that the Soul Guide Lantern is good. So we can bring in... I think we got one more of these. No, we brought them all in. I guess I should have... Did we have that Soul Guide Lantern earlier? I could have played it? Being one short is annoying. Did I screw that up? Did I sequence wrong? Is there a way I could have got one more damage in somehow? So they just make us draw our mill with Down in Dreams and we die. I think this is their win con. I never played against High Tide before in Value Vintage. They have bajillion mana. Super bajillion mana. Yeah. All right. So yeah, this is a tough matchup. Go again. We go again. We would like to play. We did get close, but not close enough. It's not good enough. Jeez. I mean, this is not good enough either, frustratingly. Yikes. And then try and get some damage down. Yeah, we mold to oblivion. It happens. We needed a land there really badly. Blue. Shit. We're just dead, unfortunately. We needed mana quicker than this. Unfortunate. We're just gonna be able to combo next turn through our Cursecatcher, and we've got nothing else. Yeah, 4 lands means we're dead. They just go high tide and kill us. We're not. So potentially land. Oh yeah, Giga Drowse, Super Giga Drowse here. Our Cursecatcher does nothing here, and we're tapped out. So if they have a high tide, we just lose. But I think they know that, so they probably don't. Another Gigadros. Impulse. Okay. Not sure why they waited for our draw step for that. That gives us an opportunity to find a Negate or a Spell Pierce, which are in theory in our deck here, even though we can't find them. Giga Drowse also lets them live. It's closer than I thought it would be after a mold of 5, even though I think we're still probably dead here. I guess this one's just better right now. We got a counter spell. Giga Drowse will tap down 3. Boomerang. That'll do it. There. That's frustrating. Yeah, I have the mana to pay for it too. We're gonna lose when they're at 1 life again. I got him to 1 twice, and then we're gonna lose. So be it. What is in their hand? Giga Drowse for 5? Frantic Search. I could have used a Negate here. Negate would have been great. Reset. With 4 floating. Alright, we're just dying here. Yeah, we had drawn a Negate, we'd be okay, but we did not. I think we let that go. Ah, they got 1 floating. Crap. Yeah, we're dead. We needed a counter spell. We basically had no permission. We had 1 Cursecatcher, so we deserved to lose this game on turn 7. For sure. Um, And they got one available. If we would have drawn any of our spell pierces or negates, we'd actually be okay. Let's see what they got for us. I think we die in our draw step here, I assume. Negate? One time. One time I like a negate. No. I just wanted one negate the whole match. Just wanted one. Repeal. So if they're going off now, that doesn't make any difference. So we might as well. Oh, they're repealing the Tide Shaper? Sure. Frantic Inventory. Yeah. And they can turn about here. Or reset. Yeah. Yeah. Alright, we might as well try and counter it. I got a Frantic Inventory. Negate. Negate. No. Another Giga Drowse. Suppose I shouldn't have. That was a screw up. I should have sacked that. That was dumb. That was a punt. Alright, well, that was something. Alright, that was a punt too. Yeah, I should have just sacked this to get rid of their graveyard. That or draw a card even. I did bring in my negates, right? We let them draw an extra card off the remand too, which was pretty bad. And we let them tap this. Letting them tap this Soul Guide was ridiculous. That was an abysmal play. I deserved to lose after that. I deserve to lose for many other reasons. We haven't interacted with them at all, but that was especially bad. Yeah, we know they've got mission briefing in the deck. We should have just Soul Guided. Do we? No. We wait. Drown in Dreams for 6. Target player draws X cards. They draw 6 cards. Sure. High Tide. Yeah, we will Spell Pierce the High Tide. One. No. Oop. GG. Do we actually get that? Frantic inventory. Frantic inventory. I think we exile this in response. Let's go with attacks. All right, we got there. That was very close. Good games. Okay, here we go. 1 land, 2 worships. That doesn't feel amazing. We are on the draw. We do have 1-drops, though. One of our next 2 draws is a land. This is pretty decent. Because I can curve into this guy. The 2 worships is not good, though. I don't know what they're playing, either. Hmm. I mean, it's close. Like, this is not an awful hand. And if we draw a land, it gets fine. I think we're just too far. I think it's a mulligan. Yeah. I mean, I'm keeping. I do not love it, though. I think we do this. Okay. We do need a white mana source. Field of Ruin. This is a problem. Playing against a control deck. So our worships are bad. Cursecatcher would have been useful, like, a while ago. Opt. They like their card. I don't love that. Blue opt. Two or fewer other lands, so this is fine. I think we're gonna play around a sweeper here and just play out this guy. Feeling a sweeper's coming. White. Balance. Might as well do that. Yeah. Okay. White, blue, blue. Let's play the Merrow Reejerey. When you cast a Merfolk spell, you may tap or untap target permanent. Let's tap this one. Lose focus. You have to pay 2 twice. We're not going to be able to do that, so no. No. Let's swing. Untap. Yes. Blue-white control. I think we're going to push the damage here. Oh, shit. Okay, should not have done that. That was dumb. Just gave them extra mana. No. No. Spending it. Whole creature, sure. Okay. Wait. Day's Undoing. It's a problem. Try and tap down their stuff. See what that does. Tap the Hull Breacher. Yes. Yes. And we got there. That was really close, though. That did not feel great. So Negates, Spell Pierces seem good. The Worship plan does not seem good again, unfortunately. There are aggro decks in this format, I promise. Somewhere. So we'll take out this Soul Ring. I do like the swords getting That can hit their problematic stuff. Take out one of the pilgrimages. No, just take out an opposition. Yeah, I think we just try and aggro them out this way. Now they drew 6 lands on the wheel. Oh boy. That sucks. That sucks. Yeah, that happens sometimes. Wheels giveth and wheels taketh away. I mean, I guess we keep it. I don't love it, but I think we keep it. Ooh. Alright, Seachrome Coast. They got a strong start, though. 7. Yeah, I think we just play this guy. It's dying. Okay. They got no blue, which is good for us, but they will find blue eventually. Let's get this down and this down. I have a lot of planes. That's potentially helpful, but not right now. I think we just want to swing still. I think we do make a copy of this guy. End of opponent's turn if that nothing else happens here. Oh, it's a sorcery. Shit. I did not realize that was a sorcery. I think we swing for starters. No, I should have drawn first because I could have found a lord. Cast. Target player draws a card. Book you control. Target player draws a card. White, blue, blue. I think we just want to keep our mana up. Okay. Now things are getting interesting. I think we're going to leave one of these guys back. So 1 for Pierce, 2 for Negate, 1 for Swords. We can just play this as a guy. We'll try and Swords that. Opt. Scry 1, draw a card. I think we let that go. Got another island. I'm just going to leave the blue open just in case. First Pierce. Don't know what they could have. I think we just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So they can Swords the Shaper and live. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It doesn't change the math. So we're just going to leave that one up. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Spell Queller. We just can't deal with that, can we? We could have played the opposition first. Interesting. Upkeep. I think we Spell Pierce that. And we got there. Alright. Good games. Alright. Here we go. We are on the play. Sure. Keep. They mulligan. I have no idea what they're on. So this one, we'll start off with a Cursecatcher. And we pass. Okay. Ooh, that's a problem. I think we do want to hit the land. And we're just going to pass. We're just going to pass. I got another one. Short. Black. Okay. That's fine. We do. I think to optimize our mana, they can't block right now. We just do this. Let me see what they got here. Double Swamp, so they can do stuff now. Black. Smallpox. Okay. Discard a card. Then we just try and draw a land. Sacrifice a creature. Cursecatcher. Yep. Oh, we have to sack a land too. I forgot about that part. They got a guy. Yep. And they got a Hogak. That's a problem. We'll tap the Hogak. That does put them at 2. So this will be tough for them, I think. What we got there? All right. So we want the swords. Don't want the spell pierces. I want the bauble. I think we do want the soul guides. The soul guides are a tough one because like what do we want? We don't want any of this. The void mirrors aren't even bad. Because they can hit. Let's take out a pilgrimage. Not that many. I think the Mindspring Merfolk's not great. I guess the Cursecatchers aren't great. Can keep in the Mindspring. Don't think these do much. They are 1 mana. Merfolk. Ugh. I don't think they do enough. The Hogak is the scariest thing. We want to be able to cast Worship, so I'm going to keep in the Soul Ring. Just taking out too much of our small stuff. Ooh, I don't know how to sideboard for this. The Hogaks are scary. Let's try that. This could be very wrong. I don't conflicted on how I sideboarded here. Well, let's see how good Worship is. Yep. Yep. Ooh, that's a problem. Mm-hmm. Yep. Mm-hmm. Oh, they've got enchantment removal. That's not good for us. I talked about this card in a video with Pork Poppy on new cards for the set that looked good. Yeah, you got it. Mm-hmm. Got that. I think we just want to condemn the Hogak here. Don't think we want to play the worship. I think we want to try and save our life points. I think we just do this. It's got Island Walk, but not Swamp Walk, which is less good here. Dream Thief, yep. Timeline Color, yep. So let's condemn the Hogak. This is block. So we'll block this. I don't think we... We don't have a... I don't think we're afraid of dying here. Draw a card, make a copy. I don't think we have to play the worship this turn. Create a token out Merfolk you control, draw a card, cast. Choose Merfolk you control. This one, player. 1 white, blue. 1. Cancel. Untap. So this one, cast. Create a token that's a copy, draw a card, cast. Copy target Merfolk. This one, player, us. Blue, white. Did not get anything I needed there. But we can attack. 1, 2. They got 3 powers. They can't kill our guys. there. There. We're flooding out a bit. See if that matters in a minute. They got 2 flyers we can't block. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Do we want to get the damage going, or do we want to just... I think they still made the tokens last time when we did this. I got... Don't think they're going to be able to kill this. Just in case they got something silly here, we're going to get our worship down. I am regretting not doubling the other one, though. Because now we don't have unblockable. We got cards that are good here that we can draw. Maybe I should just hit this one. That would have given... Yeah, I should have hit the swamp. That would have, I think, made things tricky for them. We need to draw another Lord of it, Master of the Pearl Trident here. Or the green the draw creature. The draw creature would be good. I'll just find one of them. So True-Name Nemesis would be good. 3 Master of the Pearls, the draw creatures, like 6 outs. If we swing with all of these, we can put them to 2. If they would have attacked with the fairy, no, we can't put them to 2. They can just double block, kill one. So I think there's no point in attacking now. We're just gonna wait. We gotta play faster if this is gonna happen every turn. Probably an auto yield there somewhere. We know they have enchantment removal because they've got Shredder's Technique. So they're gonna blow up the worship, I think. Shredder's Technique's a really good card. It's good with their ETBs, so like all of these cards, they can pick them up after they get the ETB. They might as well attack with the Hogak. If they attack with the Hogak, do we block with the Tide Shaper and the... No, because then that turns off our out of drawing the Masters. I think we just take it. I don't know how many Shredder's techniques they're playing. Actually, another worship would be a great draw because that another worship would let us We're just gonna take that. Yeah, another worship would be fine. Ooh, True-Name. That is a good one. So that represents a 1-turn clock. 6 power. So they have to do something right now. Okay, they need a good draw right here. They can't kill the True-Name. They're gonna struggle to kill us otherwise. But they're thinking, so they've got something they can do. I'm just curious what it is. Maybe they can kill the worship, and then they're trying to figure out how to win after that. It's an interesting spot. Black. Bone shards. Okay. So our True-Name is no longer lethal, which is annoying. Oh, they discard Vengevine. That's cool. That's definitely going there. Now, the question is, are we going to kill the Hogak by double blocking? I think the answer is yes, right? That gives them mana to work with, so maybe not. Take 5, 6. I think we just take 6. think we just play this. Alright, let's see what they got for us. They can't use the hatchery or they die. So they got a black and a colorless and a blue. GG. Yeah, good games. Glad we got to see the worship doing something. That's pretty cool. Alright, off to the next one. Okay, here we go. Yeah, we'll keep that. We will keep that. Alright. Island. Hard evidence. Okay. I think they're on some sort of blue-red control combo-y thing. But I didn't really pay attention as to what is in it. Secular Samurai, our opponent is streaming the Value Vintage tournament. I was watching some of it, but their matches usually finish before mine when I went back to tune in. So I know they're on some sort of red-blue thing. I don't fully understand what it is. Alright, now this is an interesting one. Do we keep up Spell Pierce or do we just go for damage? I think we push damage this turn, then hold up Spell Pierce. Ooh. Alright, we got mana leaked. I could have countered that. Yeah, I should have probably just Cursecatchered that. Well, that happened. I wasn't thinking. We could have countered that with Cursecatcher. Enters tapped unless you control. They're stuck on mana. Okay. I want to hold up the Spell Pierce, I think. I think we do want to use this now. Try and get some damage in here. I can't block it, which is helpful. Okay, they got red mana now, so they can cast their spells, which is not great for us. 3 mana. They're thinking. Play the Glacial Fortress. Let's play the Pilgrimage to start. If they want to counter that, they can. No. Blocks. I'll cast this with Kicker. Blue. They can float a red here. They're going to. Prismari command. So we'll sacrifice this to hit the Prismari command, which is fine. What is this? 3 tap. So let's get rid of the red here. Crack the clue. Oh, they got a mountain. That's not good for us. Whenever a creature attacks you or a planeswalker you control, it gets -2. Guard any number of cards and investigate. Oh, shit. Twice this way. Your library. Yeah, nothing we can do about that. It's -2. I mean, I don't think it matters. We're just going to swing. Always shield. Always shield. Get 1 damage. Very good. Just gonna hold this up and pretend we got something. Discarding Pyroglyph, okay. We got something. Pyroglyph. Yep. Assume they're gonna hit this guy. Yes. That's a problem for us. That is a problem for us. Looks like we're dead now. How big is this? 3/4. Yeah, we just have to sit here. And they've got a bunch of clues, so we're dead. That was a really good. Unfortunate. When we have outs here, we control another master. But it's not. They can just draw 2 cards here. They got clues. That's fine. Lord? Tide Shaper. Alright. This one's an island, right? Yep. So cast that kicked. Toxic 1. I think we just hit the mountain, I guess. Just gonna draw 2 cards here, yeah. Yeah. Yep. Yep. Another Pyroglyph would be brutal. They have a lot of clues. How many Pyroglyphs do they have? That's what I'm interested in. Okay, we need a Lord. We need a... Not that. So this one's an island. This one's an island. That one is not. I think we just gotta push damage, right? We're gonna lose one of the Tide Shapers, but it is what it is. So which one? I think it's the middle one there, right? I can't tell. Shit. Why can't I tell? Oh, they're dead. They're all not. They're all just normal mountains, right? Red, red. Red. Okay. Some sort of big scary thing that's going to kill us, I guess. 5 mana. Yep. Yeah, okay. That'll do it. We got stalled out a little too long and we died. Fair enough. Um. Hmm. Huh. How? Oh, how do we sideboard for this? They can kill all of our creatures. The worships don't do anything. The oppositions will take out. Bring in. Negate the other swords. Take out the soul ring, bring another negate. We can just play the pyroglyphs normally, and they are scary. Let's try that. I'm not sure exactly how I should be boarding here, but I feel like we screwed up the first game. Alright. We will try the play here. I don't love it, but I will keep it. I'm gonna draw a lord or a land or something. There was a turn where we could have saved one of our guys for the Cursecatcher. I think that was bad. Let's just try swinging. Alright, what do they got for us? The same card, it's just different arts. Mindspring Merfolk. We need a lord. A lord will let us put on some real pressure. Red. Which one are we bolting? Sure. I don't really want to walk into a mana leak here, so we're going to pass. Deduce. Sure. These should just be counter spells. I think we are just going to hold up the negate. Again, I don't want to just get my true name destroyed randomly. Mm-hmm. Okay. Let's attack. I actually think I want to take them off a red. Mana leak. Yeah, I'm just going to let that go. Nope. I can just start hard casting the pyroglyphs, which is an issue. Blue. Hard evidence. Create a 0/3 blue crab, and investigate. I think we spell pierce it just to make sure they don't play anything else. Paying it. I do want to just push the damage through, so we're gonna just swords it. Cancel. 4, yeah, so if we swing here, that presents lethal. Unless they got something else. So we will play the True-Name. And that's 7 damage, so they got to do something here. And we're just going to hold that. Pyrogoyf is an issue. This should be a counterspell. If it was a counterspell, Pyrogoyf would not be an issue. Yep. Six. Red. 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 Colorless. Blue. Colorless. Alright. Going to game 3. I still don't exactly know how to sideboard here. Maybe something like this. The swords are iffy. They can deal with just like a hard cast Hieroglyph though, which is helpful. I think that's okay. Hardcast Pyroglyphs are still scary. That is not a good hand. But is it worth putting back is the question. It gets fast. I think it's a keep. We have to draw well. Yeah, it's not what we want. Yeah, this could just be very bad. Yeah, I should have mulliganed. Okay, we're just gonna flood out. Fair enough. Bolt. Trapped. Alright, now we're in a lot of trouble. Yeah. I should have mulliganed this. This is my fault. This is just on me. Alright. Fine. Fine. We're dead. Yeah, I should have mulliganed this. This was stupid. Mm-hmm. Yeah, our plan being able to get disrupted by a single bolt. Okay, I've given up. I am frustrated and giving up. I did this to myself though. I was a mulligan. Right, we both kept crappy hands apparently. Yep. We deserve this. Yeah. Yep. Hired birth. Well, that'll kill us too. Hey, we died. It happens. Yeah, I just kept a terrible hand. This is completely my fault. We've had 8 turns to do something, and we've done nothing. We've also flooded out incredibly, but yeah, 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 we're just flooding out. But we got unlucky, but we should have mulligans, so it is what it is. So we'll spell pierce that. Mm-hmm. Draw a card, then discard a card. Sure. Cursecatcher. Go, Cursecatcher, go. But all they have to do is draw a Pyroglyph and we die, so. Do we even negate that? Like, I think we have to negate that, which is bad. I don't think we have much of a chance otherwise, because we need the stupid blockers. We didn't draw 8 lands. We've got 22 lands in the deck, and we drew 8 of them in the top 16 cards, so whatever. I'm salty. I am salty. Yeah. GG. All right. Okay, so that was pretty strong overall. We got second place here with a nice 3-1 finish against some strong opponents there. We were so close to the 4-0. The last round, if you didn't watch that one, was just brutal. Just on variance. Game 3, we just really flooded out. Had a lot of chances where I think we could have drawn like any threat. We could have won that one, but on the flip side, round 1 we did get lucky, I think, to win. So got a bit lucky round 1 and got a bit unlucky round 3. That's going to happen. It was a very close game, though. I mean, Sam could have just drawn better game 3 as well. You know, that start wasn't particularly good, and part of it was on me. I think in retrospect, I should have just mulliganed my hand game 3. If you want to take a look and see what you think, it was kind of leaning heavily on either my one Merfolk I had not dying or drawing a couple more Merfolk in the first few draws, and I just drew lands. So that was a bit unfortunate, but overall, I mean, I think the deck was pretty good. I think there's something here. So I talked about it in the intro, but thanks to I took some inspiration from lists from Fork Poppy and Servo Token in the Discord, the Value Vintage Discord. They've been playing around with Merfolk as well. We're not in the Value Vintage Discord. Join, you know, it's fun there. Talk about lists and stuff. So I mean, Cursecatcher. I like Cursecatcher. Tide Shapers were good. Swords is good. All of these ones are good. Deeproot Pilgrimage did do a lot of work. I think we are like just on the edge of the amount of creatures we need to make it work, but like we did. Mindspring Merfolk was good too. I think like a third Mindspring Merfolk or even a fourth are like serious considerations. Like you could maybe drop down to 3 Worship and put another Mindspring Merfolk here. I don't think that's terrible. Because you can like find the Worship that way. I'm not sure if we need 4 of the Deeproot Pilgrimage. That did come up in that last game there. We had 3 Deeproot Pilgrimages and no actual creatures because they just kept dying. I mean, like, I think Deeproot Pilgrimage 4 and Worship 4 are like options for things we can look at cutting. Sygg's Command was fine. I think the life gain against some decks would be quite good in the pseudo removal. So I think I am happy with the 1 Sygg's Command. It's clunky though. I don't think I ever want 2. I think 1's fine. Reejerey was great. I could see more Reejereys, to be honest. That card was really strong. These 2 were both really strong. Like, the untapping was great against the Hogak deck. Like, the pseudo vigilance. The other thing is that the negate should just be counterspells. I didn't realize. I'm going to redo the intro after the tournament here, so I'll talk about it there, but the negate should just be counterspells. Counterspell is down to a quarter now. I didn't realize that when I was putting the deck together. So the negates should just be counterspells. Our mana base is all blue. So you can just run the, I don't know, 18 cent or whatever it is, negate, and swap that for counter spells at a quarter, and then just figure out how to fund that somewhere. I'm not sure if the Void Mirrors and the I like the Vexing Bauble, but the meta has shifted a bit away from Cascade, at least the online meta. I still think Void Mirror is great against if you're going to be seeing a lot of the Cascade stuff, but it doesn't seem to be a huge thing right now. It hits Kogak too, which is nice, but like we've got so much stuff for that matchup. We didn't even bring it in. We brought in one, I think. I think that's an option for, a card we could swap in here somewhere. And Soul Guide Lantern isn't even that good against like the Hogak decks. Like the timing windows are tough, so like I think these 8 cards are, things we could play around with, and then the negate should just be counter spells. I mean, Worship did do work when it showed up. I think all the cards are fine. Mana base seemed good. I think the Soul Ring's the other one is like, especially if we cut a Worship, I think we can get rid of the Soul Ring. But it is cool with the Mindspring Merfolk, that to be fair. If we get another Mindspring Merfolk, then all of a sudden the Soul Ring looks good. And the Soul Ring's iffy. It's a role player. You don't have to play it. Yeah. Anyway, those are my thoughts. You got any ideas? Let me know down below. If you try out the list, I'd be curious to hear what anybody thinks. And it was fun. Might try Merfolk again someday. Oh, and the other thing is, I think this shell here, like the Worship, is kind of why I originally played the deck. I think I could probably try and play that in some other decks, like maybe Spirits. So I'm gonna have a think. I think there's other places to play Worship. I think it's pretty good. Yeah. All right. See you next time.